She woke to dust. It floated above her like memory in suspension. The broom had toppled in the night, or perhaps she had. It was hard to tell. Her back ached. Her hands were still clutched around nothing, and before her, the mirror, still cracked, still silent, still incapable of reflection. Had she dreamed? It felt absurd, even to ask. Yet in the folds of her breath, there was something, not missing, but misplaced, as if she'd returned from someplace she wasn't meant to find and left a piece of herself behind as proof. She stood slowly, brushing the dust from her coat. The hall of no reflections looked the same, empty, dim, familiar. The strange glyphs on the walls flickered slightly, perhaps from a draft, perhaps not at all. She moved through the motions, sweeping, breathing, pretending. The sounds of daily life returned like moths circling a burnt-out bulb. But there was a slowness now, not in time, in her, as if the world had sped up without her, and she had no desire to keep pace. She watched people speak and noticed the pauses between words. She saw fire without needing it to warm her. She felt hollow, but not broken, no longer aching, no longer searching, just present, utterly and quietly present. She began to forget what had happened, not because it was untrue, but because it was no longer necessary to remember. Even her name, when spoken, felt like someone else's echo. Until one evening, as the sun dipped behind the broken steeples of the forgotten city, she turned a corner, and there he was, the hooded figure, unmoved, unchanged, a grin that held galaxies. He looked at her with eyes that had seen her before her own seeing began. And softly, almost kindly, he said, "Ah, so you've chosen to stay. I knew you were one of us." She tried to speak, but found no voice. Not out of fear, out of knowing. The kind that lives beneath thought, where the body forgets what it is, and the soul remembers why it came. He leaned closer, and in his whisper was not a voice, but a return. It's always like this at first. The brain forgets what the soul cannot deny. But you've crossed over, little flame, and you chose not to flee. He stepped back, and the shadows wrapped around him like memory returning to the source. "You'll help the others now," he said. "They'll find you when they're ready." And just like that, she understood. She had died. Not in body, but in shape. The eye she had clung to had melted like wax, and from it a wick had been drawn, already aflame. She swept the floor again that night, but not to clean. She was drawing circles in the dust, and the dust remembered.